Hello, and welcome to Daily English Whisper. My name is Max, and I'm very happy you are here with me today. Take a slow breath, relax your shoulders. This is your moment to practice English calmly. Today's episode is called English Story, A Lucky Morning, Listening and Shadowing. And today we are going to learn English through a story. Stories are powerful for language learning. When you listen to a story, your brain does more than understand words. Your brain imagines scenes. Your brain feels emotions. Your brain connects ideas. And when language is connected to images and feelings, it becomes easier to remember. Many learners try to study English only with grammar rules or vocabulary lists. But real language lives inside stories, inside moments, inside people, inside small events. Today's story is called A Lucky Morning. It begins with a very normal day, a quiet morning, a simple routine, nothing special. But sometimes life changes in small ways. A tiny moment, a small decision, an unexpected event, and suddenly the day becomes different. As you listen today, we will practice shadowing. Shadowing means you listen first, and then you repeat the sentence out loud. You repeat slowly. You repeat clearly. You follow the rhythm of the sentence. You do not need to understand every single word immediately. That is not the goal. The goal is to train your ear and your voice together. Little by little, your brain becomes more comfortable with English. Imagine the first scene. The morning is quiet. The sky is soft and pale. The streets are still waking up. And somewhere in a small apartment, someone is starting their day. His name is Daniel. Daniel doesn't know it yet, but this morning will be different from all the others. Stay with the story. We are about to begin. Before we continue the story, let me remind you how to practice with this episode. You will listen first. Then you will repeat the sentence out loud. Do not rush. Focus on the sound. Focus on the rhythm. Your voice does not need to be perfect. It just needs practice. Now let's begin the story. Listen carefully. Daniel woke up a little earlier than usual. Now repeat. Daniel woke up a little earlier than usual. Good. Again, slowly. Daniel woke up a little earlier than usual. Very good. Imagine the room. The curtains are closed. The morning light is soft. The city outside is quiet. Let's continue. Listen. He looked at the clock on the wall. Now repeat. He looked at the clock on the wall. Good. Again, slowly. He looked at the clock on the wall. Very good. Daniel stretched his arms and sat up. Listen. Today feels different, he thought. Repeat. Today feels different, he thought. Excellent. Again. Today feels different. Very good. Daniel didn't know why he had that feeling. It was just a quiet thought in his mind. Let's continue. Listen. He walked slowly to the kitchen. Now repeat. He walked slowly to the kitchen. Good. Again, slowly. He walked slowly to the kitchen. Very nice. The apartment was still silent. Listen. He started making a cup of coffee. Repeat. He started making a cup of coffee. Excellent. Again. He started making a cup of coffee. Very good. The smell of coffee filled the room. Listen. The morning felt calm and peaceful. Repeat. The morning felt calm and peaceful. Good. Again. Slowly. The morning felt calm and peaceful. Very nice. Daniel looked out the window. The sky was clear, and the sun was slowly rising over the buildings. He took a deep breath. Listen. It might be a good day, he said quietly. Now repeat. It might be a good day, he said quietly. Excellent. Again. It might be a good day. Very good. Daniel didn't know it yet, but this morning was about to become very special. Now let's continue the story. Remember to listen first, then repeat. Stay relaxed and imagine the scene. Daniel stood by the window with his cup of coffee. Listen. He watched the street slowly wake up. Now repeat. He watched the street slowly wake up. Good. Again. Slowly. He watched the street slowly wake up. Very good. Cars started moving. People walked to work. A dog barked somewhere in the distance. Listen. Everything felt normal. Repeat. Everything felt normal. Good. Again. Everything felt normal. Very nice. But then Daniel noticed something unusual. Listen carefully. A small envelope was lying on the sidewalk. Now repeat. A small envelope was lying on the sidewalk. Good. Again. Slowly. A small envelope was lying on the sidewalk. Very good. The envelope looked strange. It was bright yellow, and it stood out on the grey street. Listen. No one seemed to notice it. Repeat. No one seemed to notice it. Excellent. Again. No one seemed to notice it. Very nice. Daniel felt curious. He finished his coffee quickly. Listen. I should take a closer look, he thought. Now repeat. I should take a closer look, he thought. Good. Again. Slowly. I should take a closer look. Very good. Daniel put on his jacket and grabbed his keys. Listen. He walked downstairs to the street. Repeat. He walked downstairs to the street. Excellent. Again. He walked downstairs to the street. Very nice. The morning air felt cool and fresh. Daniel stepped outside and looked around. People were still walking past the yellow envelope without stopping. Listen carefully. Maybe it belongs to someone, he said quietly. Now repeat. Maybe it belongs to someone. Good. Again. Slowly. Maybe it belongs to someone. Very good. Daniel walked closer, and that small decision was about to change his morning. Daniel stopped a few steps away from the envelope. Now repeat. Daniel stopped a few steps away from the envelope. Good. Again. Slowly. Daniel stopped a few steps away from the envelope. Very good. He looked around again. No one seemed worried. No one seemed to be looking for anything. The envelope was still there, alone on the sidewalk. Listen. He bent down and picked it up. Now repeat. He bent down and picked it up. Good. Again. Slowly. He bent down and picked it up. Very nice. The paper felt a little thick. The envelope was closed, but Daniel noticed something on the front. Listen. There was a name written in blue ink. Repeat. There was a name written in blue ink. Excellent. Again. There was a name written in blue ink. Very good. Daniel looked closer. The name said, Marta. Only one word. No address. No phone number. Just a name. Listen carefully. Daniel frowned and looked up and down the street. Now repeat. Daniel frowned and looked up and down the street. Good. Again. Slowly. Daniel frowned and looked up and down the street. Very good. He wondered what to do. Should he leave it there? Should he open it? Should he ask someone nearby? Listen. He didn't want to make a mistake. Repeat. He didn't want to make a mistake. Good. Again. He didn't want to make a mistake. Very nice. Then he heard a voice behind him. Listen carefully. Excuse me. Did you find a yellow envelope? Now repeat. Excuse me, did you find a yellow envelope? Excellent. Again, slowly. Excuse me, did you find a yellow envelope? Very good. Daniel turned around quickly. An older woman was standing near the corner. She looked worried, and she was holding the strap of her bag tightly. Listen. Her face changed when she saw the envelope in his hand. Repeat. Her face changed when she saw the envelope in his hand. Good. Again. Her face changed when she saw the envelope in his hand. Very good. Daniel lifted it slightly. Listen. Is this yours? He asked. Now repeat. Is this yours? He asked. Excellent. Again, slowly. Is this yours? Very good. The woman stepped forward, and her eyes filled with relief. Something important was inside that envelope, and Daniel was about to find out why this morning was called a lucky morning. The woman walked quickly toward Daniel. Now repeat. The woman walked quickly toward Daniel. Good. Again, slowly. The woman walked quickly toward Daniel. Very good. She looked at the envelope with wide eyes. Listen. Yes, that's mine, she said with relief. Repeat. Yes, that's mine, she said with relief. Good. Again. Yes, that's mine. Very good. Daniel smiled and handed it to her. Listen, I found it on the sidewalk, he explained. Now repeat. I found it on the sidewalk. Good. Again, slowly. I found it on the sidewalk. Very nice. The woman held the envelope carefully. Her hands were shaking a little. Listen, you have no idea how important this is, she said. Repeat. You have no idea how important this is. Excellent. Again. You have no idea how important this is. Very good. Daniel felt curious. Listen. Is everything okay? He asked. Now repeat. Is everything okay? He asked. Good. Again. Is everything okay? Very nice. The woman nodded. Then she took a deep breath. Listen carefully. Inside this envelope is a letter for my granddaughter. Now repeat. Inside this envelope is a letter for my granddaughter. Good. Again, slowly. Inside this envelope is a letter for my granddaughter. Very good. She smiled softly. Listen. Today is her birthday. Repeat. Today is her birthday. Excellent. Again. Today is her birthday. Very good. Daniel's eyes brightened. Listen. That sounds special, he said. Now repeat. That sounds special. Good. Again. Slowly. That sounds special. Very nice. The woman nodded again. Listen. She lives far away, and I wanted to surprise her. Repeat. She lives far away, and I wanted to surprise her. Excellent. Again. She lives far away, and I wanted to surprise her. Very good. Daniel looked at the envelope, and then back at the woman. Listen. I'm glad I saw it, he said. Now repeat. I'm glad I saw it. Good. Again. Slowly. I'm glad I saw it. Very nice. The woman smiled warmly. And suddenly, the morning felt even brighter. The woman held the envelope close to her chest. Now repeat. The woman held the envelope close to her chest. Good. Again, slowly. The woman held the envelope close to her chest. Very good. Her eyes looked calmer now. Listen. Thank you for stopping to pick it up, she said. Repeat. Thank you for stopping to pick it up. Excellent. Again. Thank you for stopping to pick it up. Very good. Daniel smiled and shook his head gently. Listen. It was nothing, he replied. Now repeat. It was nothing. Good. Again, slowly. It was nothing. Very nice. But the woman looked at him seriously. Listen. No, it was something, she said. Repeat. No, it was something. Excellent. Again. No, it was something. Very good. She looked down at the envelope again. Listen carefully. My granddaughter has been waiting for this letter. Now repeat. My granddaughter has been waiting for this letter. Good. Again, slowly. My granddaughter has been waiting for this letter. Very nice. Daniel could see that the letter meant a lot. The woman smiled gently. Listen. She lives in another city. Repeat. She lives in another city. Excellent. Again. She lives in another city. Very good. Then she added something else. Listen carefully. I promised her a surprise today. Now repeat. I promised her a surprise today. Good. Again, slowly. I promised her a surprise today. Very nice. Daniel felt happy he had stopped. Sometimes small actions make a big difference. Listen. I hope she loves the surprise, he said. Repeat. I hope she loves the surprise. Excellent. Again. I hope she loves the surprise. Very good. The woman laughed softly. Listen. I think she will, she said. Now repeat. I think she will. Good. Again, slowly. I think she will. Very nice. The morning sun was now shining brighter, and what started as a simple walk downstairs had turned into something meaningful. The woman placed the envelope safely inside her bag. Now repeat. The woman placed the envelope safely inside her bag. Good. Again, slowly. The woman placed the envelope safely inside her bag. Very good. She looked at Daniel again with a warm smile. Listen. You made my morning much better, she said. Repeat. You made my morning much better. Excellent. Again. You made my morning much better. Very good. Daniel felt a little shy. Listen. I'm just happy I could help, he replied. Now repeat. I'm just happy I could help. Good. Again, slowly. I'm just happy I could help. Very nice. The woman looked at the bright sky for a moment. Listen. Sometimes good things happen in small ways, she said. Repeat. Sometimes good things happen in small ways. Excellent. Again. Sometimes good things happen in small ways. Very good. Daniel thought about that sentence. It felt true. Just a few minutes earlier, he had been standing by his window with a cup of coffee. And now he was helping someone have a special birthday surprise. Listen. This really is a lucky morning, he said. Now repeat. This really is a lucky morning. Good. Again, slowly. This really is a lucky morning. Very nice. The woman laughed softly. Listen. I think you're right, she said. Repeat. I think you're right. Excellent. Again. I think you're right. Very good. Then she waved goodbye. Listen. Have a wonderful day, she told him. Now repeat. Have a wonderful day. Good. Again, slowly. Have a wonderful day. Very nice. Daniel watched her walk down the street. The envelope was safe. And the morning felt brighter than before. Daniel stood there for a moment, watching the street. Now repeat. Daniel stood there for a moment, watching the street. Good. Again, slowly. Daniel stood there for a moment, watching the street. Very good. People were walking to work. Cars were passing by. The city was fully awake now, but Daniel felt calm. Listen. He felt strangely happy. Repeat. He felt strangely happy. Good. Again. He felt strangely happy. Very nice. He started walking back toward his building. Listen. The sun was now warm on his face. Repeat. The sun was now warm on his face. Excellent. Again, slowly. The sun was now warm on his face. Very good. As he walked upstairs to his apartment, he thought about what had just happened. Listen. It had only taken a few minutes. Now repeat. It had only taken a few minutes. Good. Again. It had only taken a few minutes. Very nice. But those few minutes had helped someone have a better day. Listen. Sometimes small actions matter the most. Repeat. Sometimes small actions matter the most. Excellent. Again, slowly. Sometimes small actions matter the most. Very good. Daniel opened his apartment door. The smell of coffee was still in the air. Listen. The morning felt different now. Repeat. The morning felt different now. Good. Again. The morning felt different now. Very nice. He smiled quietly to himself. Listen. Maybe today would bring more good surprises. Now repeat. Maybe today would bring more good surprises. Excellent. Again, slowly. Maybe today would bring more good surprises. Very good. Daniel looked out the window once more. The city was bright, and the lucky morning was not over yet. Daniel sat down again with his cup of coffee. Now repeat. Daniel sat down again with his cup of coffee. Good. Again, slowly. Daniel sat down again with his cup of coffee. Very good. He looked out the window one more time. The street looked the same as before. Cars were moving. People were walking. The city was alive. But Daniel felt different. Listen. He felt grateful for the small moment. Repeat. He felt grateful for the small moment. Good. Again. He felt grateful for the small moment. Very nice. He thought about the woman and the birthday letter. Listen. That envelope meant a lot to her. Repeat. That envelope meant a lot to her. Excellent. Again, slowly. That envelope meant a lot to her. Very good. Daniel took another sip of coffee. The warm sunlight filled the room. Listen. Helping someone had changed his morning. Repeat. Helping someone had changed his morning. Good. Again. Helping someone had changed his morning. Very nice. Sometimes we think lucky moments come from big events, but often luck appears in simple ways. Listen carefully. A small choice can create a lucky day. Now repeat. A small choice can create a lucky day. Good. Again, slowly. A small choice can create a lucky day. Very good. Now let's step out of the story for a moment. This episode, English Story, A Lucky Morning, Listening and Shadowing, was not only about Daniel. It was about listening. It was about repeating. It was about feeling English inside a story. Stories help your brain remember language naturally. When you imagine scenes and emotions, English becomes easier to understand and speak. Let's repeat one final sentence together. Stories help me learn English naturally. Now repeat. Stories help me learn English naturally. Very good. Again, slowly. Stories help me learn English naturally. Excellent. If you enjoyed this story practice, you can subscribe to Daily English Whisper and continue learning with me, Max. We practice step by step. We listen. We repeat. We grow. I'm proud of you for staying until the end. Take a slow breath, and I'll see you in the next episode.